A circle is defined as a set of all points equidistant from a central point. We're going to call the center, and that's called HK. So around here, all of these points are the same distance between the center. So that point's called the radius, or that distance is called the radius. The diameter goes all the way across. So the standard form of a circle is radius squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, where h and k is the radius, is the center of the circle. So number 1, write the equation of a circle with center 3, -2, and radius 3. So this is my h, this is my k. The radius is 3, so I'm going to do 9 equals x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared. Oops, this one should be number 2, this should be 3. Okay, number 2. Write an equation for the translation. So the translation means to shift left, right, up, down of x squared plus y squared equals 16, 2 units right and 1 unit down. So if we're going 2 units right, this means that we're going to have x minus 2 squared. And 1 unit down is going to be y minus -1 or y plus 1 squared equals 16. So you just have to keep in mind that if you're going right, this is going to be negative, left, it's going to be positive. If you're going down, this is going to be positive, and if it's going up, it's going to be negative. It's kind of backwards what you think it would be. So number 3, find the center and radius of the circle. So the center is going to be at the ordered pair -4, 2. And the radius is going to be 6. So if you're going to find the domain and range, let's think about a sketch of this graph here. So my circle has a center of -4, 2. Right here. And then the radius is 6, so I'm going to count 6 units left, 6 units up, 6 units down, or 6 units right and left, Okay, so 6 units is going to bring me to, if this is -4, 6 units over, I'm going to stop at 2. If I started up 2 and I go down 6, this will be -4. If I started at -4 and went left 6, this would be -10. And if I started at 2 and went up 6, this would be 8. So I kind of drew in my boundary. So the domain is all x numbers left and right. So the domain is going to be, you could write it as an equality, like this. Or you could write it in interval notation, like this. And then the range is going to be our y values, so you're going from -4 to 8. Or you can write it in interval notation. So it's kind of easiest to think of drawing a sketch. Or if you didn't draw a sketch, you could just start at -4 and go back 6, up 6. Then start at 2 and go back 6, up 6. Same thing. Number 4, graph x minus 3 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 4. So I'm going to find my center of the circle, which is at 3, -1, and my radius is 2. So I go over 3, down 1, and I took the square root of 4 to get the radius. So then I'm going to go up 2, right 2, left 2, down 2, and make my circle. Okay, and then number 5, write an equation for a circle with center at 5, -2, and radius 8. So it's going to be r squared, so it's going to be 64 equals x minus 5 squared plus y plus 2 squared. And then number 6, find the center and radius of the circle. So the center is at -8, 0, and my radius is the square root of 121, which is 11. And then number 7, write an equation for each translation. So each shift, left, right, up, down. So if I'm left 4, this is going to be x plus, or left 5, x plus 5 squared, plus y plus 3 squared equals 1. And if I'm going right 2, it's going to be x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 9. Because that's my radius squared. And then number 8, graph and write the domain and range. So to graph it, I'm going to find the center. So the center is at 1, 0. And my radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So I start at 1, 0, and I go up 3, right 3, left 3, down 3. So my domain is going to be, I'm just going to write in interval notation, -2, because this is my x value, to 4. And my range is going to be -3 to 3. And including it, so that's why I put the brackets.